Hey, many decades ago, I had an interesting experience with seeking God's guidance and help in my life direction that I found to be very inspiring. I was young, I was working in the factory that made seat belts for car safety, and I wanted to get going on a business where I had a nursery. I got a permit, I grew stuff in my backyard, I sold it um, to people, made a little bit of money, but not a lot. And I just thought in my head one day that if I would get laid off the way Autoliv used to lay people off in those days, I'd have 6 months money to get this business going. I thought that'd be a great idea. I had a 3-day work weekend that I took. I don't even remember why I took the vacation that time. But on the Monday, I prayed God, can you get me laid off? And I showed up to work on Tuesday, and my factory line was standing around, and my boss wasn't there. It was really chaotic. I was kind of surprised, brought it up to my coworker. Oh, you missed yesterday. The new management that's running this company, they came in and they laid off 500 people in the non-production area. And our boss, he's not our boss. He's working back on a line somewhere. We don't know who our boss is right now. We're waiting for him to show up. And I was excited. The day after my prayer, something on being laid off had showed up. So when I was done working that day, I went to HR and I asked them, are they laying off any of the line workers? Is there anything available? I said, well, they haven't done it yet, but about 20 people have asked, and we've got a list. Do you want me to add you to the list? I said, sure, yes, I'd like that. So I went back every 2 days and asked her, hey, they make a decision on whether line workers should be laid off yet. And for 2 weeks, she had no answer. And on the last week, I showed up and said, I knew you were coming today. And I built up the courage to ask the question. And I brought it up, and the new manager of the company said to me, I don't see why not. Why don't we lay them all off? And he turned to the one guy who was working with him, who he brought in with him, who was his next ruler down. He said, hey, is there any reason we can't lay off these 20 some odd people and just get them out of here? She said, it was kind of funny. He just looked at him and said, I'm not sure. And he sat there and he thought for about 30 seconds. He said, you know what? I got 4 lines I want to start. I don't think I want to lay any of these guys off. And the big boss said, okay, no. And so when she told me that the next week about how things had gone, I was excited. She thought I was going to be upset. But it was a sign from God that he had heard my asking and had done it in a way that he'd known what I wanted and had a possibility of doing it, and that the answer was no. And now I needed to think about why I was still there, which led to a different career within the company than I thought of, led to a great many opportunities for my family financially that otherwise wouldn't have happened. And I came to realize how bad a business owner I would have been at that age had the Lord just listened to me and opened up to me that opportunity at that time. So I was very blessed, both by the Lord hearing me and making clear to me that he had heard me and that the answer was no. What a blessing that was.